What's up, everybody? It's Michaela, and welcome to the very first episode of Not Your Average Tuesday, the podcast. Wait, let me find some clap sound because we need to celebrate this. This is a monumental thing, and I am very, very excited about this because this is something that I have just been procrastinating with and putting off for so long. So I just wanted to first get on here and say if you are listening to this podcast, I want to say thank you for listening to my very first episode. And it is very, very appreciated. And this podcast is just going to be a continuation of Not Your Average Tuesday that I do on Instagram. So basically, what I'll be doing is the you know how people it's just a podcast. Basically, it's just a podcast. Instead of me doing like the short clips, I'm gonna do a full clip, and everybody will have to follow the YouTube and be able to see the full episode. But obviously, it's gonna be a shorter clip on social media. But this is Not Your Average Tuesday, the podcast, and we are going to be talking all things business, all things flyness, and of course, all things Tomboy Tuesday, okay? Before we get into it, my product of the day is the Tomboy Tuesday beanie in black and white. It is available now at tomboytuesday.com, and if you sign up for text, you get $5 off your purchase. Now, with this hat, if you guys tune into my business vlog, you will see that the hat is a new hat. This is a new vendor and it's different from the pink and magenta and orange beanie. This one is a little bit more thinner, but this one is a better cotton material, which I absolutely love. And this one is like the the third restock, I believe, for Tomboy Tuesday and the beanies, which is really fire to say actually, because how many people and how many brands, do you know that have restocked a item more than one time? Where's the clapping sound? Hold on, here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see. Hold up. Come on, YouTube. Because thank you very much. Okay, I am very, 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 very proud of myself. So today we are going to get into just a couple of topics, and we are going to make this first episode very short and sweet, just because it is an introductory podcast and I'm really just winging it. I'll get better with the next episode, like with my topics and everything, but this was really just about getting it set up and getting it going and just stop putting it off. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do it. So what I really wanted to talk to y'all about is Teyana Taylor's Jordan 3s that are about to drop. And I have been getting tagged in it so many times, and I don't have any positive feedback. Actually, I'm lying. Let me stop saying that, because everybody knows that Teyana Taylor is my girl. Everybody knows that Teyana Taylor is the inspo behind Tomboy Tuesday, one of the inspirations behind Tomboy Tuesday. Now, I did see a video of this guy. His name is like JARROD Jenkins. He is like a fashion reviewer. He gives fashion news and just like current events in fashion. And I guess he got invited to see the shoe in person. Now in the video, they look nice. It gives like a shoe that should be in a mausoleum or something. Like it should just be a piece of art. But know, y'all. I don't know how I feel about them. Like, I just feel like, number one, let me say this. I do love the fact that there is a backstory on the sneaker, because we all know that Teyana Taylor likes to describe herself as a rose from Harlem that grew from the concrete, okay? She's from New York. They call it a concrete jungle, and it's a really good story. And who has that line that says from the concrete? Drake, when he was like, from the concrete, who knew that a flower could grow? So something so rugged and something so, you know, rough, like growing up in this area, is just like something so soft and delicate that came from it. It's a beautiful story. I love that she uses that story to go with her brand. However, you know, just seeing pictures, and I'm trying to pull up a really good picture of these threes. And actually, I was never a big three girl, but I got the cement threes when they came out recently, and I am in love. They are so comfortable. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I was excited about it, but there was a mock-up, and I think that's the problem. Now I could pull this mock-up up. There was a mock-up that was going around, and people were thinking that it was going to be this. I'm going to make sure I put it on the screen if you're watching the video, but it was basically a black three, and then it had like the thorns attached to the string that was like going across, but the base of the sneaker was black, and then they had like a tan rubber bottom, white in the middle, and then the laces was black, and then they had the green lines going around it. So everybody's like, okay, I'm feeling it. So then when they came out, and I'm in a couple of like sneaker groups on Facebook, and they are literally just like, yo, if it would have came out in the black version, we would have fucked with it more. But I don't know. And the only way that I could, oh, here we go on sneaker news. Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I loop this in, but I do like the fact that in the video that JARROD did, you could see that it's supposed to be, the bottom of the shoe is supposed to be the concrete, and then it shows the different layers of the shoe. So like the cushion layer has roses on it, rose petals on it, and then the sneaker's green. And it's like the laces are kind of like sealed onto the shoe. And then there's another pair of laces that you use to tie up the shoe. It's just, either way, I don't know. And then like usually I'll have to see like a shoe on somebody to be like, oh, okay, like I like how they styled it, you know, I can see it. But I'm not seeing it for these. I'm just not. The ones were crazy. The ones were really, really good. And they were, the only thing I will say about the ones is the leather was soft on them, so they crease very, very easily. But other than that, I love that one down. But like I was saying, usually like if I see somebody with it on, then it's like, okay, I can figure out some different ways to style it. But I don't even think it's the styling, because even when Teyana Taylor had them on, they looked fire. And I'm like, okay, I know what I could do with it, but I don't know. And then I also think too, it's just the price tag on them. Like they want $280 for threes. You know what? I should not say that because I'm a business owner and, you know, I have a sweatsuit that's $200. Somebody could say the same thing. You want $200 for a sweatsuit? Who the fuck are you? But when you believe in your brand, like Jordan Brand believes in Teyana Taylor, then $280 is, you know, nothing. I'm gonna post these pictures from Sneaker News on here because I need y'all to see these pics. But anyway, that is all. That's all that I gotta say about those. I mean, I don't know. And then you know what? I might change my mind once I see people with them on and like they get their hands on them. And I don't know. Tiana, you are my girl. I love you down. It's just a no for me right now. Just right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just say right now, okay? But um, let's see. And then I wanted to also get into just a little bit of what has been going on with me with Tomboy Tuesday. So I had like maybe like, if you count it all together, it was like 11 days, but not including the weekend because I don't work weekends. But I had the most wonderfulest vacation like ever. It was literally a staycation and I did absolutely nothing. Like, I didn't go anywhere. I mean, I did go places, but I didn't go anywhere as far as like a trip. I just stayed home and I rested. And I had posted on Instagram probably that week that I started my vacation or sometime during my vacation. And basically, I was talking about how I kept feeling bad for resting and how I kept wanting to do things for Tomboy Tuesday and wanting to make content and wanting to record. And I just could not find the energy. And this was even before I took the vacation. This was like after I did retail in the city in December. Right after that, I was just like, yo, I just don't have the bandwidth to do it. And I still have to run the business. But I kept praying. I'm like, yo, God, please help me. Like, I need to get back into my creative bag. Like, I don't have any ideas. I don't know what to do. So just please let me get back into it. Just help me. I don't know. Push me. Give me some ideas or just tell me to do something, you know? And God was not saying go. He just kept saying rest. That's the only thing I just kept hearing was just rest, rest, rest. So I said, okay, I'm going to take the rest of the year. I'm going to just rest. And then as soon as January hits, I'm going to be right back into the swing of things. And the swing of things never came. Like, it just never, ever came. So I said, okay. I'm like, God, you said rest. I agree. And I said I was going to rest for the rest of the year. And now it's January and I still don't have any momentum. Like, I still can't just pick it up. And he was just like, rest. Like, girl, rest. I said rest. I didn't say for how long. I didn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I tell you that you're done, you'll be done. And then I also went to a panel discussion. My homegirl, Nyat, she has Life Fit Apparel. She was on a panel discussion, so I went to support her. And they had a bunch of different entrepreneurs on there and people in business. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go get some motivation from them. And it still ain't motivating me to do nothing. Like, I just couldn't do anything, y'all. So when I say I was fighting that rest so bad, it was crazy. But I don't know. I just finally just was like, okay, you know what? I have not been listening. So I'm going to listen and I'm going to put my time in. I put my time in and then I said, okay, I'm going to start at work. So if you don't know, I'm a visual merchandiser and right now my area of specialty is beauty. Now, beauty is like, I work at a big retailer, so like beauty is all of the things, like the holiday, the fixtures, just all of the things. And some of the stuff I should not be doing as a woman, but I'm doing it because it's part of my job. And yes, I have help, but it's still just taxing. It's a lot of work. And then it was kind of like I was managing my own team. And that was a lot for me. Like, that just took a lot out of me. And I was just like, okay. So I'm talking in circles, but I'm going to get to the point. When January came around, I was like, okay, you know what? God is telling me to rest. I already put my time in, but I'm gonna start at work. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just take it easy at work. It's slow right now. The holiday rush is over. So what am I in a rush for? What am I trying to rush to? The next holiday season so I can tire myself out? No. And basically what that consisted of for me, or what that looked like for me, is just what can I say? Okay, like if it's a truck day, okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. Or I'll finish it when it'll get done when it gets done. And now I have adopted that mindset. There's always tomorrow. And like Glo said, that's why I love tomorrow, because it's a second chance for you to figure out some shit and, you know, pick up where you left off. So then when the vacay came, I didn't do a jack. I lay in the bed and I watched my shows, and I didn't really like go super crazy with the food, but like I ate food, I ate snacks. I did go a couple of places. I did go to a basketball game with my family, so I got to spend time with my family, and got pedicures. And what else did I really do? I literally did nothing. Oh, I donated some clothes, and I spent time with my mom. Obviously, I spent time with my man. And yeah, that was literally it. Other than that, I was in the bed. I did do a deep clean of my place, mopped the floors and everything. And I cleaned my makeup stuff. I threw some stuff out, got rid of some jewelry. I decluttered a lot. I got rid of, like I said, a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes. And I enjoyed myself. I really, really did. And I just went back to work today, actually. Today is February 1st, so I went back to work today. And I just felt very relaxed. I felt very chill. And I have carried that rest motto into going forward. Like, I'll get to the stuff when I get to the stuff. It ain't no rush. Okay? So I say all that to say, sometimes it's okay to just not know what to do. That entire time that I was taking the rest, I wasn't worried about like, oh, I'm not posting on Instagram. Oh, I haven't made a video. I haven't posted on TikTok. I haven't did this. I haven't did that. Being in that constant state of like, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. What's next? What's next? What's next? It's very draining. And for me, that rest is what I needed to kind of regroup and get myself together, and to also make sure that I take care of myself, because I can't be everything for everybody and everything for Tomboy Tuesday and neglect myself. And that is what was happening. And it happens a lot. And when I was posting on Instagram, I was just saying, you know, like, my business will always be here as long as I don't quit. So even if I take a 2-week break or a month break, my business is going to be there as long as I want it to be there. I don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't post today, or I didn't make a sale today. And it's crazy because I feel like me not worrying about it helped me attract people to my business. I got like a good amount of orders. For me, a good amount of orders to me is like 3 to 5 a month, and I got 3, I believe. So that was a win. And I didn't even post I haven't posted since January 25th. Like, what? But I got these orders a little bit before that, but it's all good. Anyway, I enjoyed the rest, and guess what? What came to me is this podcast. That's what came to me. And my rest and my relaxation. I said, you know what? I'm not going to keep thinking about it. I'm just going to do it. I can't think of it. I learned about it when I was in school. It's not really like a law of something, but it's like if you think about something long enough, but you don't act on it, somebody's going to take your idea. It's just like, I feel like however the universe works or however God works, they're like, okay, I gave you this idea. You've been asking and asking and asking. I gave you this idea. You're taking too long with the idea, so I'm going to give it to somebody else to show you what could have been yours. And hey, it is what it is. So this first episode is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. And I'll look back on this and be like, you know what? I'm so glad I started. I'm so glad I wasn't worried about it being 100% correct or 100% right. Like, I just went with the flow. And I know for a fact, I know somebody who's going to be really, really happy for me that I did this, because they've been telling me for a while. But I can't wait to get some guests on here and, have my setup and everything. But for right now, it's just me, and it's all good. And then also, so coming up in actually this month on the 22nd, February 22nd, 2025, from 3 to 7 p.m., I believe, I will be posting this on social media and stuff, and I'm going to make sure I post the link in the description, but Tomboy Tuesday will be a part of the Fashionably Black fashion show, and that's going to be presented by Creatives Only, so that's Lonnie. And then also Delaware Fashion Alliance. So it's a partnership between them two. So shout out to them. Shout out to Brandon, Sienna, Shay, everybody that is part of Delaware Fashion Alliance and Creatives Only for putting this together. So last year, Lonnie had a pop-up. And that was a good vibe. That was a good turnout. And he challenged I really like working with him and like doing his events, because he challenges you to think outside of the box. So for the pop-up that he had last year, he was like, yeah, no tables. So I'm like, how the heck am I going to set up a no table? And I got these socks and I got these these shirts and everything. But it came together. It came out really, really good. And I actually liked it better because instead of always sitting behind a table, I was able to be out front and be present, to be able to communicate with, the people who came by and were interested in Tomboy Tuesday. So that was really cool. And then what I love about working with Brandon and Delaware Fashion Alliance and Sienna and Shay is that for this fashion show, it's different. So it's going to be a pop-up and a fashion show. But I don't want to give away too much, but I like the fact that they are challenging the designers, because it's only 3 designers, me, Fluent Foreigner, and then Lonnie. His brand is called Risk Takers. What I really like is they are challenging us to think outside the box. They don't want it to be like a regular fashion show. They are like, okay, when you see these brands and you see these designers and how like they are taking one piece and creating art from it, that's what they want us to do. So it has challenged me to it challenged me to go past beyond styling, because I know I can style an outfit, especially when it comes to my brand. And I know I can make people say, okay, I like it. They want people to say, not only do I like that outfit, but look how this just stood out from the crowd. So I just have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and just kind of build off of the outfits that I already have, which I've been thinking about that. Like, my mind has been going crazy, and I have like 2 things to add that I think will really make it stand out. And then we also have a meeting tomorrow to help me expand on those ideas. So, and I will be sharing behind the scenes obviously from that, because I have footage from the model casting, and then we're going to be doing a walkthrough so we could see the space in person. So it's going to be really, really dope. It's gonna be a fire ass event. I see my space and my setup. Oh, I can't give y'all too many details because I want y'all to come out and I want y'all to support not just Tomboy Tuesday, but Risk Takers and Fluent Foreigner, and just new things in Delaware. People complain about Delaware not having a lot of things to do, and then people do them and they don't come. And it's just like, okay, well, how can you expect new things to happen if you don't show up and support the things that are happening? Anyway, that's another topic for another day. I'm gonna have to get Delaware Fashion Lions on here. We can talk about that one, okay? And okay, so we're 25 minutes in. Oh my gosh, y'all. I hope I did not bore y'all. I hope I did not bore y'all. I have more personality than this, but I'm really just trying to make sure I hit all my points. But so I wanted to share. I want to try to do this every single episode, but I just wanted to share something that being in business has taught me. And I would say that it is to rest, but I think we're just gonna stick with the theme of rest, okay? I don't have like a sob story or anything, but just talking about rest, and the reason why I felt that I needed the rest so bad is because I knew I have been overworking myself. And I have been stressing myself out because, transparency moment, my sweatsuits are not selling the way that I anticipated them to. And that's okay. That happens. That comes with being in business. And you're going to make money. You're going to lose money. You're going to spend money. Stuff is not going to go the way you plan. You're going to sell out of some stuff. You're not going to sell one thing of something. And it's really all about how you, as not only a brand owner, but just understanding marketing, how you can repackage something and remarket something to people in a different way to where they want to, spend their money with you. And when I say I was so stressed out, and I know I was stressed because these are the ways that I can tell when I'm stressed. The first thing, I'm going to be very irritable. I'm going to be very, any little thing is going to set me off. And I'm just not going to be a nice person. Not going to be, mean, but I'll just be, bitchy, why are you talking to me? I don't want to talk. It's just very irritable. That's just how I'm just very irritable. And the second way, yes, my hair sheds in the wintertime, but baby, it was shedding. It was shedding so bad. And then I just be taking it out on other people who don't deserve it, and that's not cool. So I know when it gets to that, I'm like, okay, Michaela, you gotta pull back, you gotta relax. And these sweatsuits was just getting the best of me, and it was just killing my confidence, and it was I'm just yo, I seen a couple of my peers stop their business in year 6, and I see why. But you know what? I said, let me just take a step back and let me just regroup and recuperate and just get back into the things that I like to do and find some things that I enjoy doing. So I've been journaling. I have been, reading my Bible, trying to finish the Bible by the end of this year. And on Pinterest, I love Pinterest. I just absolutely love Pinterest. And when I'm on Pinterest, I just get so many ideas for my business. I could just see a picture of a wall, and I'm like, oh my God, I know what I could do with that. I know how I can make that my own. So when I was in my resting period, that's what we're going to call it. When I was in my resting period, I did all of those things on top of being able to, like I said, spend time with family. And not only did, I kind of regain my business confidence back, but my body felt lighter. I started getting back on eating a little bit better. The dairy is taking me out, but I'm gonna get there. And really just like understanding that it's not going to happen the way that you want it to happen or the way that I want it to happen. And when it comes to my business, I'm going to have to put in the work. And then there was also a lot of other stuff that was happening around. Like, this is tying in my girl TEYANA Taylor. She has been working in the industry for 20 years. I remember when she was on Sweet 16. I think that's when, if you are a fan of her now, that's when you fell in love with her. And I said, you know what? Just seeing that, it's like God knows. He knows when you're ready. He knows when it's your time. And the only thing that you need to do is just keep putting in the work and keep being consistent so you can get there. So you can be prepared for when it is your time. And I said, you know what? I'm just grateful that I did take this rest. I'm grateful that I was able to clear my mind and not have any distractions. And to really just say, you know what? This is a space in your business that is a low, And, in a couple weeks, in a couple of months, you're going to be going up. And you might come down a little bit, and then you might go up. It's just like this daggone track that I'm looking at. Some is up, some is down, some is stagnant, some is straight. You just never know. As long as you stay consistent and stay disciplined and just don't quit. That's all. That's what this rest period has taught me. And that is what I want you to know as a business owner. Rest is important. Do not overwork yourself trying to be the everything for your business. And it's okay to take breaks. It is okay. Just don't take no stops. So, you guys, I would like to close with some words of encouragement. You know what, y'all? I just gave y'all some words of encouragement. Oh my gosh, I'm so hilarious. Yo, I crack myself up because I'm just really trying to be a professional right now and just be a journalist. And I ain't no journalist, girl, just go with the flow, okay? But yeah, thank y'all for listening to episode 1 of a Not Your Average Tuesday. And remember, it's not a regular Tuesday. It's a Tomboy Tuesday. Get with it or get lost. I will see you guys next week. And please, please, please leave me some feedback. I need to know, did you guys like this? How did I sound? And I don't know. I'm going to try to listen to this. I don't like to hear myself talk, but I'm going to try to listen to this to see how I did. But I really, really, really appreciate feedback. And I love honest feedback. If you want to get in the comments and say, girl, you sound stupid as hell on that damn mic, you need to put the podcast mic down, say it. I'm not going to put it down, but thank you for your feedback and thank you for your comment. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get this on all of the podcast places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I don't know where else people listen to their podcast at. I listen to Apple Podcasts. I know about Spotify, so I'm going to try those. But in the meantime, in between time, like I said, thank y'all again for listening, and I'll see y'all next Tuesday.